Okay, welcome everybody. We've got a few people here that are wanting to learn about this VEDAS system in terms of BEMER and everything. And so you may be asking yourself, why VEDAS? Well, one of the things that it offers is the ability for you to pull YouTube or Vimeo videos in and not have to worry about people getting distracted by other, videos and everything. So, now I see somebody moving their head. Are you still able to hear me? Shake your head, yes. Okay, I saw somebody doing like this and I thought, oh my goodness. So anyway, one of the reasons I sent the links to you the way that I did is I wanted you to actually experience the system, okay? So you got to see the 2.5-minute video, and then it took you over so you could get a free account. And then when we were going to have the training, I made you watch the 2.5-minute video again, just so you could understand a little bit about what the system is. And then that led over to the training link. And in doing that, you were experiencing the actual system as you watch those videos. So that's the reason I did that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through things, and then I'll hold questions till the end. And that way we can just get the recording, and then I'll turn it off, or if we have time left, it just goes for a certain amount of time. So the bottom line is, again, when you use this as a link to send somebody to, there's not all those distracting videos, like you see on the side of YouTube, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, they're going to get in there, they're going to find somebody else, or going anywhere but where I'm sending them. So also it enables you to have a call to action. That's called a CTA. Now this system actually has 26 call to actions. We're not going to convolute it. We're not going to get too complicated and overwhelm you. But we are going to teach you how to use some of those. And those are very effective, because normally somebody gets a video and there's no like, what next? Well, you have to think in terms of, what do I want to send them to? Do I want them to call me? Do I want them to email me? Do I want them to go over to my BEMER website? So those are just some things that you can do with your call to actions. Now, what do you have to consider when you do a call to action? Well, let's think about it this way. If you already have a relationship with a person and you're going to send them an initial video, first of all, you want it to be a short video. You don't want a long video going to them. And the other thing is, if it's a person you know, then you can put a tap to call, because you know them. But if you have somebody you don't know, and let's say you're on Facebook and you're just chatting with them, and you get into how's your health, and well, tell me what's going on for you. Wow, I might have something you might be of interest. Would a video be of interest to you? Then you might still send them that short video, but you're not going to put a tap to call because you really don't know them well. So what you might do is have a box that comes up that's email me now, right from this video. Well, most of the time you don't have something like that. And you can still forward it over to any link that you choose. So those are just some key things. And you can also do personal videos on the fly. I'm going to show you what those are like. But since you can only have 3 videos with the system for free, you have to make a decision. Do I want 1 personal video and 2 other videos I pulled in from YouTube that are about BEMER, or what do you want to do? So just so you know, if you go over 3 videos, you have to have a paid system. But the great thing about this system being free is you can utilize any type of functionality of the system. So if you will, I want you to log into your back office. If you went ahead and got your free account, log into your back office of VEDAS, okay? And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to add the 3 videos I sent you. Now, the reason I sent you these is because I don't know who of you all have a YouTube channel. And I didn't want to complicate it, so I sent you links from my YouTube channel. But I took videos, made copies of them, and removed any reference back to me in case anybody did click on the YouTube. There's a way to click on it, but you don't really notice it, okay? So I made that so that you can use that. Now, if you have a YouTube channel and you want to pull in some videos, that's fine too. So I'm going to show you how to deploy that link via Gmail, or just having a link like I sent you. I'm going to show you how to replace a video. Let's say you've got a video in a link and you think, oh my goodness, I've got this link out there and the video's changed. Well, I made my major mistake today. I accidentally hit delete instead of replace. And so that's why I sent you all an updated video about the 11-minute interview with the doctors that I had had. Okay, so let's go on, and I'm going to show you now. I'm going to screen share, okay? So let me go over here, and I'm going to click right here and screen share. So let me go right there. Okay, you should be able to see that. Can you all see that back office of Vedas? Shake your head yes if you can. Okay.
Yours?
Yeah. So you can see that, okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to show you. I'd like for you to, in just a moment when I tell you to go ahead and log into your back office. First of all, when it opens up, you go over here to Video Library to add your videos, okay? So you can see that multiple videos have been added here. Here's some personal ones that I was doing. Here's one I had to send. I was doing some training for isogenics people, so I sent them an isogenics video and then rolled it over to a personal one for me. So I was trying to demonstrate to them. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get these links, okay, from email. And I'm just going to go find that. Okay, that should be, I can find that right there. Okay. So these are the 3 videos that I sent you. Okay, I'm going to take this first one. That's the science. This is Lucas. Okay, let's take Lucas first. Let's just take that short little video. Okay, I'm going to come back over here. And I'm going to actually put this into my library. And I'm going to push import. Okay. Now, that video has been imported. You see it right there, okay? And the reason I'm doing these again, even though I have them, I want you to see how this is done. So you would do that with each of the 3 links, okay? You would import them, first of all, into the library, all right? So let me just ask you, if you all are logged into your back office and you want to take that Lucas link, you can go ahead and add it into your library right now, okay? Because that way you'll already have it in there. So what do you do next? Well, what you do next, let me just move this down. I've got the little box over there. What you do next is you want to have what's called CTA campaigns. So we're going to create a new campaign, all right? And so I'm going to create it, and I'm going to call this BEMER test videos. The only reason I'm calling them that is because I'm going to delete this from my back office after I do it. But you just give your campaign a name, all right? So it might be, BEMER videos or whatever. So that says BEMER test videos. So the second thing I'm going to do, just notice up here, you manage the video by pulling it from your library, all right? So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to simply add it to my library, all right? See how easy that was? Now, the next thing I have to do is I have to edit the CTAs, okay? Those are the call to actions. So I'm going to click on that. Now you have to ask yourself, what do I want to add right now? So I want you to think of it this way. Whatever videos are in this campaign are going to have all of the same call to actions, okay? They're going to be all the same. So if you want to use that video with a different, okay, with a different call to action, then you would simply create a new campaign, pull in the same video and give it a different call to action. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say right now, all you want to do is auto forward them at the end of it to your BEMER site. Mine's 247 Health Wealth. So I'm just going to put that in there and I'm going to save it. Okay, so that's in there. Now, it says add more CTAs, all right, call to actions. So I'm thinking, okay, I want this one to be for tap to call. These are the ones I'm going to send to people I know. So there's several things you can do here. It can say tap to call, and I can put call Coach B now. If that's the text I want it to say, it can say whatever you want to. I would probably leave it on medium button, because if it's on their phone and they open it up, you don't want the button too big. Now right here, I would put in my phone number. Now again, if it's somebody that I know, I'm going to put maybe my cell phone number. But if somebody I don't know, I'm going to put my 888-440-9780, which is my second line on my phone that allows me to have that number where people can't access my cell number, okay? So I'm going to put that in there right now, even though this might be, you know, one that I send to somebody personal. But I'm just trying to give you this distinction, okay? So you could have left that tap to call, all right, so that that'll come up. And then you can put here, call me now. And that says right from this video, okay? So if you want a different color button, then you just click here and you come over here and you change it to whatever you would like it to be. And then you come down here, and color right here is for the writing. This is for the background color. Now, if you get confused at any time in this system, all you have to do is watch the tap to call video. On each of these, it's going to give you a little short video that shows you if you get confused, okay? And I'm also recording this, and I'll send it to you later. But right here, okay, it says post-roll, on pause, or pre-roll. Well, I don't need this phone number to come up until the post-roll. That means at the end of the video. So let's save that. And now we're going to go deploy this video. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click on deploy. All you do is go left to right, following down each little thing of what you're supposed to do. So we're going to go to deploy, and there's a lot of different options here that we could do, and just kind of pull it back up. You see that the video's there. Now, if there were more than one video, I would have to choose which one I wanted to, so to speak, deploy or launch. So right here, let's just say we're going to create a link. Like that's what I did when I sent you all a link. You know, I sent you a video and then it went over somewhere so you could get your free account. Or I sent you a video to watch again so you really got in 2.5 minutes what this is about. And then I sent you over so that you get on the Zoom meeting tonight. Well, you can have it autoplay or not. I will tell you this, anything that goes to your phones does not autoplay, okay? Because somebody might have their sound on and they're in a meeting and this video pops up and autoplays, and then you've made them mad. So anyway, most of the time, you know, if you send them a video in an email, you can probably have that on. So here's all you do. If it's autoplay, you just copy that right there. And then you can decide, well, what do I want to do with that? Well, right now, what I want to do is I want to check it. I always want to check things and make sure it goes to where I think it's going to. So we're just going to play that right now. You're going to see that.
Meet Lucas. Lucas is a manager, and he spends a lot of his day sitting at his desk. To compensate for this,
so
on the weekends, he likes to go hiking. If only he wasn't so bothered by his constant back pain. Not even painkillers seem to help.
I want to get this box out of the way.
Lucas has recently been finding it difficult to concentrate. And when he's out hiking, he finds he quickly gets out of breath. What could be causing all this? Let's picture the blood in the smallest blood vessels, called the microvessels. The red blood cells are important helpers for our tissues and organs. They supply nutrients and oxygen, and at the same time...
Okay, there it is. So watch what happens when I move this down to the end.
Physical vascular...
When I move that down to the end, see right there? Now, the whole thing is, because it's on the computer, it's just going to say call us, all right? If it were on the phone, it would actually just immediately tap to call. But again, think about it. If somebody doesn't know you, they're going to be less apt to call you, okay? Tap to call. But this is for people that you know, and you're sending them that initial email. Now watch when they close it. It's going to go right over to my BEMER website. So this is how you can have integrated videos that don't send them over to YouTube where, you know, they get lost and distracted and all like that. So let's go back to this right here. So let's say I wanted to create, and stats, just to cover that real quickly, that'll tell you what your stats are. There's none right now because we haven't gone and sent it out and anybody clicked on it and all like that. So let's go back right here. I'm going to close that one down. And I'm going to create I'm going to change this. Let's say I wanted to change that, and instead of that, oops, sorry about that. I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to edit it right there. I'm going to call it BEMER test video, and then I'm going to call it friends, because I know with the friends, I'm going to send them one. I don't mind sending them a tap to call. Okay, but let's say I go, I want that same video, but I want it to be on an email me now. Well, I just go to new campaign and I call it BEMER test video, and I'll put Facebook people, maybe not even friends, but Facebook people, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in that same video from my library. Again, we have to put all the, the best thing to keep, you can pull it into a campaign, but what I do is put them all in the library, and then I don't have to re-import it if I do a new campaign, if that makes sense. If they're in the library, I can pull straight from there. So here I'm going to choose that one. I'm going to add it. And now I am again on my CTA. So let's say I want to auto forward it again over to my BEMER site. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to save it. And all of this, again, it's very step by step, and they always have a video. So if I pull that up, it's going to tell me how to do that. So
the auto forward is a great call to action that you can.
Okay, so you see how easy that is. So let's say in this one, I not only want to auto forward, I want to add one more CTA. So let's say I want to put an email me now. All right. So I'm going to put my email in here so that it emails to me, and I'm going to just leave it email me now right from this video. Okay. You can put, or I could put email Coach B now, I mean, whatever. I'm just trying to show you that you can do different things. Now, this is going to come on at the end, and that would probably be fine on a short video, but for the purpose of showing you a longer one, I'm going to go ahead and put, if it was a longer video where you think they might have questions, put it on pause, because many times on a longer video, people will pause the video, okay? And when they do, sometimes it's because they're thinking, and if they have a question, it might be a good time, for them to email you that question. So we're just going to go right here and click save. All right. So now we're going to deploy this one. I think somebody came on and I've got noise in the background. Let me figure it out here. I'll minimize that. Let me just. Okay. Now I've got it on something else here. Anyway, let me go back. Okay, so on the deploy, again, I'm going to show you how this would work. Let's say we were doing it by a link. Then all I would do is click on autoplay, and we're going to see how that works, see if we saved everything as was needed. All right. It's going to start automatically.
Meet Lucas. Lucas is a man.
All right, now you see how that works. So consider, you probably wouldn't want an email me now on pause on a short video, which this is a short video. You would want it on a longer video, again, because they might pause it and because they might have questions. The email me now would be with people that you don't know as well, because you're probably not going to click on the tap to call. So we just close that out.
And he spends a lot of his day sitting at his desk to compensate for that.
At the end of the whole thing, it would roll over or forward over to your website again. So what other ways can we do this? Well, let me just click on this one again. Let's say we're going to go deploy. We can also send it out via Gmail, all right? Now, if you're in this, the first time you do it, you do have to, put your, hook the Gmail together. But it'll walk you through that. Since mine's already connected, I'm not going to be able to show you that part. But if I go right here, you're going to see that I have already set up my template. And you go, well, how did you get that? Well, I'll show you in just a minute. But you see this right here? This is actually a GIF. That means when you send it in an email, it really looks like the email's playing. And so it just says, watch this video. Now, you already saw the stats on people, you know, opening up emails more if it says video like it does up here, okay? And that's what it'll say, video message. So they know that automatically. You can switch to a JPEG right here, all right, which is just a still image, or you can switch back to GIF, or GIF, I should say, not GIF, GIF. And I like that because it really looks like, okay, there it is. It's showing. You can connect different templates right there. Here's another one. See kind of the different look of it. This is the one I've got it on, is the first one, because this is my logo and I like how it brings the blue out of it. You can also erase any of that, you know, before you save it as a draft, or when you copy it to the clipboard, you can go over there and change it as well. So now I've got to change, select the account. Now there's two accounts here that I have connected. One is Dottie Berry's Google, Dorothy Berry's, that's my BEMER account. The other one is an account I already have. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to click on Create Email Draft. So the minute I do that, it is now created an email for me. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to show you that that draft should be right here. So you see how easy that is? I mean, then you just send it to a person or a group of people. You can blind copy here, which means you could send it to a whole group of people in your Gmail. And in that case, if I was going to do that, I would send it to myself, okay, Coach B at 247healthwealth.com, and then I would blind copy anybody else. So let's say here I want to change this. I would say, I could put call me at 1-888-447 to discuss, or whatever you want to put, okay? So then all I have to do is click send. So this is all set up and connected for you to be able to send out those emails. So where do you do that, okay? Well, you have to set up what's called your templates, okay? Your branding settings, that makes sense. Right here, your branding settings. So you're going to go over here, and as you can see, my logo was pulled in there. I can edit this over here. I had to put my tagline. Mine is your health is your wealth. I put my email. I put my phone number. I put my URL. And then you can put in your Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn URLs. So all of that information is right there on that video. So when I go back to the video, I'm going to be able right here. That's all of my links right in there, okay? So this is how really easy it is to pull in 3 videos like we were talking about. Now I'm going to show you a longer one here, and I'm going to go back to the email, and I'm going to get that longer video, the 11-minute one, because I'm going to show you how to do a custom button. Oh, I don't want to click on that. Let me just grab it here. Sometimes it's hard to grab this. Okay, I'm going to get that. I'm going to come back over here. And what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the video library because I want to get this into the library first, okay? So I'm going to import that. Now notice that I've got 2 different campaigns with 1 video. So again, even though with the free version you can only pull in 3 videos, you can use those 3 videos for as many campaigns as you want. So you could set up your campaign in all different ways. I mean, there's 26 call to actions, but right now I just want you to keep it simple. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a Vedas campaign, and I'm going to call this the IMIN, okay, with doctors. Because this is a very good. And I thank you, Paul, for putting me onto this. You're the one that showed this to me the other night. I appreciate that. I want to acknowledge you for that. Okay, I've got 10 minutes on my free account here with Zoom. That's why I usually do Hangouts. I can go as long as I want. But anyway, we're going to get this done. And then if anybody has questions, I'll answer those. And we can get back on a new Zoom off the same link if we need to. So we've got that imported. And I call it IMIN with doctors. And I just go to the library. And I click on that. And I add it. Okay? And then what I want to do is I want to do my CTAs. So first of all, I can auto forward again. I'm not going to show you that right now because you already know how to do that. And I'm not going to do email or tap to call. Although I would recommend on a longer one, you put email me now on the pause. You can even put tap to call if it's somebody you know. If it's not, I would leave it off. So I'm going to do create a button. Okay. And I'm going to put, IMIN Hague report. And I might put efficacy of BEMER because it's great about that. So now I need to go back over and get that link that I shared with you all. I'm trying to just make it as easy as possible. I'm hearing a lot of background noise, but I thought I muted everybody else, but hadn't had a chance to go back here. Okay. So the target URL is going to be that right there that I just put in. I'm just going to check and make sure. So I'm going to save it. This tells you when that shows up. All right. I'm going to put it to show up immediately just so I won't have to go and wait for a minute for it to go through because it would do it at 10%. Okay. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to go over and I'm going to deploy this. And just for the sake of showing you, I'm going to show you how it would work. And let's see if our button's in there. We didn't change colors or do anything. All right. Very important. So you see that's right in the middle. And you go, what is BEMER? Wow, that's probably not what I want. Okay. So I'm going to stop that for a second. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to show you what we would do. We would go back to edit CTA and I would go, furthermore, I don't like that color. So I'm going to go, okay, let's get a decent looking color in there. And I am going to go and I'm going to put that button, okay, not in the center, but I'm going to put it on the bottom left. Okay, let's save that. Unless it's holding cookies, it should change. Let's just kind of check it out here. Okay, you can see down here that it immediately put the button in the bottom left. So now, when I click on that button, it's going to lead me over to the PDF that I pulled in and gave you a link to. There it is right there. So if you've got somebody that's really looking at the science, this 11-minute interview is fantastic. So listen, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to stop sharing and I'm just going to see if anybody has a quick question.